Hello everybody, welcome to my premiere. Today we are going to be doing ear cuffs. Now, I have seen ear cuffs for quite a while. A lot of my favourite designers such as Alexander McQueen, Vivienne Westwood, even Gucci, Yves Saint Laurent, all of those have used ear cuffs as a ear adornment, as an ear party, as a way to kind of dress up the top half. Instead of wearing a hat or something, you can wear a fantastic ear party. And I have seen this, and it's getting more and more and more and more popular, and it's a great way of kind of making jewelry if you sell, if you want to gift to somebody that doesn't have piercings, but then they can still enjoy gemstones, they can still enjoy crystals, they can still enjoy wearing jewelry on their ears without actually having to change up or have a piercing. And you can change these up every day. A fantastic way of doing it. So here are a couple of examples. I'll just throw them up here. I have seen them more and more on the internet. You can get them kind of in Oasis. You can get them in, not Oasis because they don't exist anymore, not Oasis. You can get them from ASOS, H&M, Primark even, and you know, it is all over the place. AliExpress, you can get them there as well, but sometimes it's nice to make your own, and this is what we are going to do today. I have got a little ear party going on right now as we speak. I'm going to show you how to make them. So what we're going to do is we are going to go on down onto my desk, and I'm going to show you how to create some of these ear cuffs, give you the basics, and then you can then run off with all of these ideas to create some fantastic, beautiful ear adornments, ear cuffs, ear wraps, ear climbers, anything like that. And it's up to you then. Your only limit is your imagination, and I cannot wait to see what you come up with. So let's get down to the desk and we can see how to do it. Okay, so here are some of the examples of what we are going to kind of create today. Here we have got one that has got some lovely cubes of hematite coated with gold on here, and it's this lovely kind of zigzag pattern. You see there, we've got that. So we've got that as an ear cuff. We've got the same again, but this time it's just plain. I've done it in silver as well, so you can see the different effects that you get. So there's another one. These would make great toe rings as well, so if you wanted to make these as toe rings, absolutely perfect. And then there's this one here with the gemstones in, just there. And then we've got a channel set one. This has got Amazonite in, as you can see here. It's just a nice little, you know, you can take these designs and make them bigger and turn them into actual rings for your fingers if you wish. So that's that one. And then I've got this one here that is made out of just a head pin. So if you don't have any wire and you've got head pins, you can actually just make them. This has got like a Swarovski crystal all the way through, so it's just a nice little delicate one. So you could do those. And then also you've got these, so they're ear cuffs. So as I said earlier, the ear cuff is what cuffs itself around its ear. These are what we call ear wraps, because these are actually wrapping around your ear. This one actually goes through a piercing as well. You'll have seen some of the examples at the beginning of the video there that we've seen. This one I made actually on Jewelry Maker quite a few, I think it was last year. So this one here, so we've got that there, and this has got just garnet on it, and then that bit goes through your ear. And then we've got these ones here that go across, I think it's called the helix. So it would be like a helix piercing if you had a piercing there. And as you saw earlier on in some of the examples, they had encased gemstones or crystals or what have you. So here I've just used some of the cup chain to create these. These are very, very simple, but they are so effective. Here I've just done a little bit of a different design with a spinel, a black spinel, just a nice flat black spinel on there. And then this one is just a wire weaved one that I just knocked up quickly. So let's get into creating some of these. I think we'll start off with this one first. You do need a tool, but we can, I'll show you how to do other ear cuffs, obviously without a tool, later on. So we are going to move on to this little guy here. Okay, so this is the tool that you are going to need to create this. This is a wire crimper tool. You can probably get them on Amazon. I'll have a look, and if I can find one in stock, I will link it below. They are absolutely fantastic for creating really statement piece earrings or jewellery even without actually really doing anything important yourself. It looks amazing, but it's just the tool that does all the work and makes you look fabulous. So here I have got a 0.8 wire, and all I'm going to do is I'm literally going to cut, just, you can work from the spool, but obviously for the purposes of the video I am just going to cut. And there's a little hole just here, if you can see, just goes through there, and then what you want to do is catch it in between the two cogs and then pull this round. Now then, I will say I have actually bought two of these, so then I can have two with handles, because the other one actually comes without a handle, and I find it quite difficult because I have issues with my hands anyway. So it's just easier for me to do it this way. So as you can see there, it's nicely crinkled, and as it's done that as well, it's actually work hardened the wire. So what I mean by work hardening is basically in wire you have atoms and molecules, and they are all over the place, so they're kind of sporadically set. So this is kind of like a little bit of a science lesson as well, if you like. And when you work harden it, what you're doing is actually bringing everything, you know, in line. So which is what can also, if you overwork it, will make it brittle and it will snap. So that is why, because then all of the atoms and everything line up in one straight line, and then of course you're going to get a snap. But obviously we're not going to get that here. Now on here I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, diamonds, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just literally going to cut this in half with my cutters like so. So now we've got 2 halves. You could probably make several ear cuffs out of this, and then I am going to take a tiny bit of the 0.8 wire, just nice and straight, and I am going to just cut that. As I say, that's a 0.8, and then that's going to sit on the inside there. So I'm going to use a different gemstone today. Well, actually it's a crystal instead of the hematite. So it's totally up to you what you use. I'm just going to, it's all nice and mixed up in here. Is it that end or is it that end? Oh, I don't know. Here we go. So how many have I got? 1, 2. We'll take 5 of these. 3, 4, 5. It just gives it a little bit of sparkle as well. So just move these out of the way. And what we are first going to do is get some 0.4 wire. And I'm just going to take about an arm's length. You don't need any more than that. So just over 1 metre. And then what I do is I like to, I just show you here, I just like to half it. So we've got half. So I've got this half, I'll show you here, I've got this half for this side, this half for this side. I'm going to take the centre, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop that onto there. So I'm just going to take the centre piece of wire, and all I'm going to do now is just wrap round a couple of times, 1 and 2. All right, so now we've got 2 wraps. Then I'm going to bring in my zigzag on one side, bring my zigzag in on the other side. You want your 0.4 to be sitting at the back of your work on this side. So I'm working on my right hand side, and you want the 2 valleys to meet up. Okay, so we're going to meet these 2 valleys up together, and then I'm just going to wrap around 1, 2, and 3. We'll just bring those apart, and what I will do is just take my flat nose pliers, just give that a little squeeze so everything sits nicely. So then, now because we've got those kind of connected, you want to keep a good grip with your left hand there. You're going to bring your 0.4 wire into the central wire, and I'm going to wrap around 1, 2 and 3 times. Then we're going to thread on one of our gemstones that will sit inside of here, as you can see. I might actually only wrap round twice, actually, I think, because I think that's going to be a little bit more even. It obviously just depends on the size of whatever gemstone you are using. So then we're going to bring that wire back round, encasing your gemstone or crystal, and we're going to go around 1 and 2. So we've got 2 wraps on either side. Bring our valleys together, 1, 2 and 3. Then we'll pop in, just give that a little bit of a squeeze there. So there we've got our first section ready to go. So then we're just going to pop back round and do 2 more wraps. So 1 and 2, thread on your crystal, encase it, and 1 and 2, bring your valleys together, 1, 2 and 3, and give that a little bit of a, it's a very, very gentle squeeze, but we're just kind of basically telling these wires to get in place, really, so you get in place. So we are going to do that 3 more times. So I'll do another one on here, and then I'll do 2 more on this side, and then I shall be back. So what I'll do is I'll speed that up and we will be able to see the finished result. Okay, so we've now wrapped on our 5 gemstones, crystals, whatever you are using. Now we need to get to this end point. So I'm just going to splay these out a little bit. And what we're going to do is I'm going to wrap around 10 times around the middle section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So you always want to kind of finish with your wire for this particular section in front, not behind. So now I'm just going to pop in and get rid of our 0.4 wire because we do not need that section anymore, and I will just smooth that out. So just smoothing that out, and then we can work on these extra bits here. So where we would have the mountains, that is where I'm going to cut on this particular section here. So I'm going to cut 1 there and 1 there. So then I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers and just tuck those nicely under, so they're going to sit really nicely underneath all of your work. They do not scratch. I tell you what, these ear cuffs are so comfortable to wear, you actually forget that you've got them in. Right, so now we've got this extra long piece here. All I'm going to do is literally cut, leave probably about 1 centimetre, and and we will pop in with a little loop just here. Bring that back round, and there we go. So now this is basically what we've got. So if you wanted to, you could turn that into an earring if you really wanted to. But now what I'm going to do is, because all of our crossings over is on the back here, I will bring this just around to the front, like so. It doesn't really matter too much because you're still, that's kind of the bit that's going to be in or around your ear anyway. And you want that around the front, not around the backs. It will irritate around the back. So I'm just going to do that on the other side, and I will be back. So this is what we are now left with. I'll just get rid of all my bits of waste. There we go. So this is what we are now left with. So if you've got a ring mandrel, you can use that. I'm just using the base of a painting brush, and I'm just manipulating that round. So it just depends on how you want your cuff to go. And then I'm just going to finish that off. Coming in with my round nose pliers, you can just pop into that section there and then just give that a little bit of a bend. And the same on this side, just give it a bit of a bend, and that is going to sit really nicely in or on your ear like so. So I just push that round, giving that a really nice round shape. So there is one. So that one there is just a little bit different to that, but I like the fact that it's going to catch the light anyway. So we've got this one. So now we are going to do one that goes over the helix. So if you haven't got the Crinkler tool, so this is what I mean by over the helix. It's just going to be across kind of that section. So I've got two ways. I'm going to show you one similar to this, but you know, and then I'm going to show you how to do the cup chain if you want to incorporate cup chain, if you have some cup chain. So here we have got, I've already gone ahead and cut, let's see, this is 8 centimeters. You will not need 8 centimeters, but, and you might do actually, looking at that, maybe you will, about 8 centimeters of 0.8 wire. And all I've done is glued on a pearl. So this is a real pearl, and I've literally just glued this on. And I've seen on Net-a-Porter and other kind of really Vogue, this type of jewellery is very, very kind of the moment. And it's just made out of the same materials. Just because it's got the name on it, they stick a few extra zeros on. So this is a way that you can mimic or create that look or be inspired by and do it this way. So I've just literally used a Gorilla Glue for popping that on there. I just literally put a little blob on there and then just moved the pearl in, and I've let that set overnight. So that's now not going to go anywhere, and it looks like it's kind of floating, if you will. So all we are going to do is on each end with our round nose pliers, I am literally just going to create a little loop on each end, like so, one side, and we'll do the exact same thing on the other side, just creating a nice loop. So just grab my pliers. You want the loops obviously to be in the same direction. So there we go, we've got those in the same direction, and I've got my step bell making pliers here. You can still use your normal round nose pliers if you haven't got these. So I'm going to use that particular section there. I'm going to pop that in just where, so then you've got your loop just sticking out at the top there. I don't know if you can see that. So it's literally just sticking out the top. And then all I'm going to do is bring that around. I told you it was simple. So you've got that on that side there. If you wanted to create one like this, this is where you would stop. Obviously you wouldn't put the loop in on the other side. So you would stop there, and then you could have it a little bit longer, and then that would then go through your ear. So if you wanted to do something like that, that's how you can do that. Nice and simple. And then we're going to do the exact same thing over on this side. Yeah, this side. And bring that round like so. Just turn that a little bit. There we go. And then that's as simple as that. So that is basically how, I mean, this one I've literally just done, I've wrapped it on and popped it over the top there. So, you know, this is how that looks. And then you've got this one here. And then this one is just a little bit of a weave. So if you wanted to, you could do a multiple weave. Keep 2 of the, so if you wanted to do 5, and then you could take out 3, and then you've got like a little bit of a sunbeam type thing. But this is just, that's as simple as that is. And they're charging nigh on £500 to £1,000 for something like that. But we can make them our own. So here we go, we've got those 2. Now I'm going to show you how to do it with the cup chain, which is another one that I've seen quite regularly. Now on here I've got 11 cups, and I'm going to take my champagne coloured wire again. I know it's a silver casing, but I don't know if I've got gold. I don't think I have got a gold one, not close to hand. So we're just going to have to mix our metals for today. So that's what's happening today. We're just going to mix our metals for today. And again, I'm just going to take 8 centimeters. Obviously, depending on how far up you want it on your helix, then that obviously determines, you know, we all have different sized ears. So now then, 11. Let's count 1, 2, 3. 11. Does that look right? Yes, that looks right. So that's 11, and I'm just going to go in and cut 11. So that is just 11 there. And we'll get some point. Well, actually, we can use the waste that we had over from the last lot. Again, all I'm going to do is fold it in half, and then it means I can use 1/2 on one side and 1/2 on the other. If I just bring that up to here, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Then I am just going to lay my cup chain on top here. Obviously it's going to be a little bit fiddly at first, but that's fine. Find the center of your wire, and you want to actually what I will do is I'll just attach that to my wire first. I think that's what I did anyway. Like so. Bring that round. There we go. That's better. And then we can just locate one of our channels and attach, and then that's it. Then it's not going to be too bad. So, and then pull that round, and then you're going to go underneath and to the next channel. Underneath and to the next channel. And it will sort itself out. Underneath to the next channel. Underneath to the next channel, underneath to the next channel. So when you're on your last channel, I just go around a couple of times and then cut that section off there and go in with my pliers, just very gently coax that bit of wire around the corner. I might actually do it with my round nose pliers because they're a little bit thinner. There we go. So now you've got that section. I shall just flip that over, and we will do the exact same thing on this side. So now we've got this one attached on. Now if you wanted to, you can use a little bit of jewellery glue, because this one, obviously, because it's only weaved around the actual wire, it does have a tendency to kind of move up and down, but once it's on your ear it won't flip around, so that's fine enough. If you wanted to, you could do that, or you could literally just carry on wrapping all the way down as I've done with this one here, and then kind of leave it at 1 centimetre on either side. It's still going to move around though, but you could just add a little bit of jewellery glue if you wish. So again, just like we did with the first one, a little loop on one side, just to tidy up the edge, a little loop on the other side, and then you can pop in with your bell making pliers or your round nose pliers and create a hook on one side and create a hook on the other side, like so, and then they're free then just to sit, and you can have that sitting above your ear. So there you go, we've got a couple of those. Cool. And then last but not least, I think I will show you this one here. It's literally just a channel set section. So let's move these all out of the way and we can get on with a little bit of a channel set. So I'm going to use 0.8 wire again, and I'm going to take, I'll just probably take about 6 inches. You won't need that much, but it's better to have too much than not enough. And then I'm going to eyeball the centre like so, and then I'm going to place this at the base of my round nose pliers just to create a nice arch. Okay, then I'm going to pop in with some 0.4. That's 0.4. Again, probably about an arm's length. And this time I am literally just going to take to the end here, and I'm going to wrap around 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do 10 first of all. I think maybe 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've gone round 15 times. Push that in, and then I'm just going to measure that up to the arch, because that's where this is going to sit. Is on your arch there, like so. So that is pretty good. I'll get rid of this excess in a second. There we go. I'll just chop that section off. Round, smooth that out. So now it's just left for channel setting. So I've got a whole heap of faceted Amazonites here, and I think Amazonite goes so well with all metal colours. I really do. So all you're going to do now is thread on an Amazonite. Come on, stay over there. It's my time to shine. Just stay there, will you? Thanks. Oh, lordy. Right, I'm just going to put that up there. Right. So I'm going to thread on one of these little beauties and bring my wire to the back of my work. And we are literally just going to wrap around. How many times did I do it there? 5. I wrapped 5 times, because that's roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you've got your wire at the back there. And we will wrap round again, pop on another gemstone, like so. And you could just see it building up, and then we're going to wrap round 5 times again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll do the same again. So you're just going to literally do this until, how many have I got on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 10. So I'm going to do this another 10 times, and then I will come back. Okay, so now we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I put 11 on that one, but never mind. So now we've got that. I'm literally just going to wind that up to the top, give that a cut, smooth it out, and now we're going to deal with these sections here. Nice and simple. I am going to cut I am going to cut either side at about 1 centimetre, get rid of the excess, and all I'm going to do, this is so simple, is loop one side, replicate what I did on the other side, so loop the other side like so, and you kind of want to bring them together, squeeze them down a little bit, and there you go, you've got your basis for your cuff, your ear cuff, and then in again with your whatever round implement you are using, be it a pen, a ring mandrel, a paintbrush, and there you have a toe ring or an ear cuff, and you can use whatever gemstones you like. So that is just another way of kind of having a tinker about. If you've got like just tiny little bits of things left over from either kits or projects that you've done in the past, this is an absolutely perfect way of kind of using up those bits. I mean, I love that. It's so simple, but it's so classy as well. So you can add a little bit of edge to your outfit, and as you know, or you may not know, I don't know, but I do have another channel, and it is called Poppy K, and I actually do quite a lot of fashion things. I go around charity shops and things like that. In fact, in a couple of weeks time I bought a grab bag of jewellery, and some of it was broken, so I remade some different jewellery. So if you want to go and have a look at that over there, I'll let you know when that happens. But yeah, so that is some of my ear cuff kind of creations. You can do a lot more if you just want to do it with just wire. We've got just like a little one there, so you can pop that on the top of your ear or something like that. So it's just, there's so much you can do, and it's different with different metals, different gemstones. You can really add to it if you wanted to. You could have this, and then you could do a little bit of chain underneath, so it looks like there's more. In fact, have I got any chain? Let's see. I'm going to show you. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Right, let's have a look. Have I got a tiny bit of chain? Oh, I have got a tiny bit of chain here. So I just use that. And all I'm going to do, which one am I going to do it on? I'll do it on this one. All I'm going to do is take about 6 centimetres. Yeah, about 6 centimetres. Cut that like so. And then grab a jump ring or two. I think if I got small ones. If I haven't got any small ones, I'll make one. I haven't really got any very small ones. Oh, there you go. There's one. Is there another one in there? Is there one in here? No, I'll make it up. I'll just make it. I'll make a jump ring. Just to put onto there. So we'll just get our... this. I'm just going to make a very small jump ring. So, or a couple of jump rings. So I'm just going to do that. Cut there. Take that off. This is crafting on the fly. Maybe we should do that one day. If you give me something to do and I can craft on the fly, that would be quite funny, wouldn't it? Right then, so if you are using jump rings, remember to open them up north to south. So I'm just going to link that onto the chain there. Pop it onto the underside of that. And then bring that round to that side. So it's another way to add dimension. You could then add another gemstone. So if you don't have pierced ears, these are a great way of kind of adding a little bit of an ear party when, you know, when you've got your outfit on. So I'm just going to add that to, I'll go to this one. Just a little bit of an ear party. You'll see how that looks when I'm going to do some little photos and stuff at the end of the video there. But that is just going to sit on your ear, and then that will sit on the underside of your ear there. So you could add all sorts. I might have done that a little bit too long, but there's all kinds of things you can do with this. This is just the basics. I've set you up off and running with ear cuffs. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Sorry about last week, and sorry it's not the hangers. There's a whole long story about it, and you know, I had some hangers at work and then someone thrown them away and all that kind of thing. So I decided to do the ear cuffs instead. So today, this is what we're getting. I'm not sure what I'm doing next week. We shall have to wait and see. I'll have to definitely pre-record some because I have got a holiday coming up in the near future. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to now break away to the cutaway of me wearing these just to show you how to pop them on your ears. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one. You stay safe now. Bye.